sideline. There's the snap. Mahomes running to his right. Look out, he may run. Mahomes directly. No, throw the end down. Battle intercepted. Picked off in the end zone. Bucs are going to beat the Chiefs. We're the champions of the world, and we still have a minute 33 to go.
Looks left all the way, single coverage, one-on-one. Oh, what a catch! Mike Evans fighting through Benjamin St-Juste for a 17-yard touchdown.
Second down, 10. Rashad White now in the backfield. Baker Mayfield throws a sideline route, outfield. Caught ball to the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans does it again. Fire the cannons, Bucs. Running to the right. Irving inside the 10 to the 5. 3-2-1. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bucky Irving takes it to the house. From the 10. Come on, Bucs. 3:27 to go. McNabb dropping. It's intercepted at the 10 to the 20. He's gone. Going coast to coast. Rodney Barber to the 50 to the 40. Barber to the 30. Nobody's going to touch him. Rodney Barber. Here's the snap to Rattler. Here comes pressure. Gets the pass. Near sideline. Incomplete pass. Bucs take the ball away. On downs. Down and 10. Blitz coming. Heineke flushed it. He's sacked at the 41-yard line. That time the blitz pays off, and Levante David has a quarterback sack. Dropping Gannon, looking Gannon. Throws up the middle. Heads intercepted at the 40. Derek Brooks 30. Brooks to the 25. 20. Derek Brooks all the way. There it is. The dagger's in. We're going to win the Super Bowl.
As long as we are the most fast, physical team, I promise you we'll like the outcome. Playmakers on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Evans now deploys to the right in the slot. Now in motion. Mike Evans drifts over to the left slot. Baker Mayfield shotgun. They know what we're going to do. Baker Mayfield looks, throws the ball. Caught ball. Evans, he's got it to the 40-yard line. 1,000 plus. Mike Evans, 11 seasons in a row. How about them Buccaneers at number 13?
We're the Buccaneers. Ho, 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 we're the Buccaneers. Offense, defense. Now we're here to say, make the walk the plank, throw them in Tampa. Bang, 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 bang. Tampa, hey, get Tampa. Hey, I say Tampa. Hey, get Tampa. Hey, we the Bucs. You know they brought the crew, so we gotta turn them up. No matter if we run, blow, the offense on the roll, and the defense can't stop. And they screaming, let's go. Get it, got it, he gone. That boy took that thing down to the end zone. And the only thing on my mind is just Buccaneer time. And I'ma ride. Let's go, Tampa. Hey, Tampa.
Buck fans, what's going on? Hope everybody's doing well out there. What do you know? We got a victory. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers got a victory against the Arizona Cardinals, and we're going to break some stuff down. But first and foremost, shout out to Bucky Irvin, man. What a hell of a game by Bucky. Just a good comeback from Bucky. Guys tend to, when they first come back, they look a little rusty, as we've seen with Chris, and we're probably going to see that with Mike. But Bucky just came in. That first run, he didn't gain anything. And then after that, he just exploded onto the scene. Just 17 attempts, 61 yards, 1 touchdown. Like, he needed this. The Buccaneers offense needed this. And the Buccaneers come out with a victory against the Arizona Cardinals, man. And it's about time, because we needed this. The Bucs needed this. Although the Carolina Panthers, I believe they beat the LA Rams. I told you guys, this division is not over. It's going to come down to, I believe, in January. That last game, it's going to come down to that. That's just my feeling. Hey, I know I respect everybody's opinion, but that's just my opinion. I know a lot of people don't look at Carolina as a formidable opponent for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but I mean, just by the way the offense looked today was a little shaky, and I'll get into that in a little bit. I do have a guest that's going to be joining us. Let's get right into it. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 20-17 right here on the Postgame show. But guys, make sure you smash that like button. Like and subscribe to the Frozen Pirate podcast. And I actually have another thing that I'd like to share with you guys as well. This upcoming week, the Tampa Bay Sports Collectors Expo. I really can't wait for this, man. I'm actually flying down for this. I will be there with Daniel Morales. We got a couple of interviews we're going to be conducting. We're just going to be walking around, interviewing some people, just giving you guys an in-depth look at what the Tampa Bay Sports Collectors Expo goes into it. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope to see you guys out there at the Florida State Fairgrounds. It's at the Special Events Center, MLK entrance, 4800 U.S. Highway 301, North Tampa, Florida. Friday, December 5th, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, December 6th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sunday, December 7th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. I will be there, yours truly, with Daniel Morales, with Of Fear the Bay, with DJ Ups. He's going to be hosting it. I'm sorry, I can't talk today. Lots of good guests will be appearing there. So make sure you guys go and check that out. It's going to be a fun time. Like I said, I can't wait. So Thursday I fly out. Well, Thursday morning I fly out. Should be landing early in the morning. It's going to be a fun time, man. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully I can go catch the Tampa Bay Lightning and Pittsburgh Penguins Thursday. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice to relax a little bit. But obviously that Sports Collectors Expo is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of guys are going to be out there. Let me take a look at the list for you guys for Friday. So Friday's guest is going to be pretty fun. Let's take a look at it. Elijah Roberts, who we will be interviewing, Daniel Morales of Fear the Bay, and myself, which that's going to be fun. I can't wait to actually, let me get into that. I can't wait to talk to Elijah, because I actually have a few questions to ask him with the state of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, with everything kind of going on, and I want to talk about this game a little bit. Guys, if you're watching on X, YouTube, feel free, comment. What's your thoughts on this game? Were you satisfied with what you've seen out there? Because I think the defense won this game for the offense, in my opinion. They created the turnovers. The offense couldn't really capitalize on scoring after those turnovers. And that's something that the Buccaneers, in my opinion, have to do better at. They have to get better in that aspect. They have to score points. They have to score off those turnovers. That's just my opinion. They have to score off those turnovers. Because when you do that, you don't put yourself in situations like this, like coming to the very end. Thank God our defense was playing the way it was playing. Because this offense, they need to score more points. I mean, I get Bucky had a great day. He had a fantastic day. But this defense has to score more points, in my opinion. The offense has to score more points. Excuse me. Just a little excited here because finally I don't have to talk about negative stuff with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm going to make this one quick because, like I said, I have a lot of stuff to get to. But I figured I'd just come on, show you guys, talk to you guys real quick about this game. Let me know in the comment section what the good, the bad, the ugly was for you guys. Just because, like I said, this game, to me, it was a good stepping stone. It was a good start, a fresh start for this team, because as they start to go into this part of the schedule, it's a little bit more easier, even though you have a couple of division games coming up. Still, you have to be on your A game. You know, the Buccaneers, they have to do better on offense, though. I mean, it was pretty good. You know, Baker Mayfield had a couple of scrambles. I got a couple of clips that I want to play for you guys. But in my opinion, Baker's got to do a little bit better, just because he left some points on the board. That's just my opinion, guys. You know, they definitely left some points on the board. And, you know, you can get away with it with teams like the Cardinals. You can get away with it with, you know, teams like the Saints. But you're not going to get away with that come this postseason. Teams are going to make you pay. Look at what happened with us against the LA Rams. They're going to make you pay. But you've got to create turnovers against those teams. And that's why the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won this game, was because of the defense and turnovers. You take a look at what everybody did today on offense, pretty good. You know, Baker Mayfield had a really good run. I'll get into that. Let's see if I can pull that up. But most importantly, Chris Godwin looked really good. I'm excited for Chris. I'm not going to say he looks like the old Chris, but he's showing flashes that he's not slowing down. Let's get to this clip right here.
Pressure coming. Baker in trouble. Gets away from Buda Baker. Baker Mayfield on the run. Chucks it to Godwin, who breaks a tackle and a first down and more. Godwin with a stiff arm and out of bounds in Arizona.
That right there in itself was a hell of a catch by Chris. Great run. It reminded me of the old Chris Godwin, man. And that's what we need. That's what we need. We need the old Chris. And I think he'll slowly get to that form. I think come postseason, if the Buccaneers can continue stringing up victories, you know, and we keep continuing getting play like that from Chris, I think this team's going to be a problem going into the to the playoffs. You know, what it comes down to, guys, listen, we can sit here and bitch and moan and complain that, hey, it's the coaching, it's this, it's that. At the end of the day, it does come down to injuries, and I don't want to, you know, backtrack on anything I said. But it is difficult to execute, especially when you're Baker Mayfield, when, you know, your top receivers are out and you're relying on two rookie wide receivers. I can understand why we can sit here and play the blame game. I'm guilty of it. I'm not afraid to admit it. We've all did it. We've all played the blame game. But if this team can continue to get healthy and continue to get their key pieces back, you saw the difference. They did enough just to make plays. But I want to see them capitalize more on defense, because the offense, capitalize more on defense, continue what they're doing. If you can continue to play that style of defense, aggressive, creating turnovers, you're going to win a lot of games, especially with getting some key guys back. But the offense needs to improve. Coach Grizzard needs to, I like what he did with Tristan Wirfs. That was awesome. I'll play that clip right now.
Look for Otten, not there. Goes the other direction, and it's Tristan Wirfs.
And that's what I'm talking about, guys. Creativity. That's what Coach Grizzard, the offensive coordinator for the Buccaneers, needs to do more. That's what I want to see. Remember that week when what was it? 5 times we tried to punch it in the end zone? That's the type of stuff right there. Those are the type of plays you should be calling. Passes like that to Tristan Wirfs. Throw the defense, the opposing team's defense, off their game, off their rhythm. They didn't expect that. That was a fantastic call by Coach Grizzard, and I like that. Another thing, too, we're starting to see Baker look a little bit more confident as well versus in the last couple of weeks. It was something off, could have been hurt, etc. I don't know. Well, he was playing hurt, but he looked a little bit more confident this game. You saw him making adjustments at the line, and that's something that I picked up on, and he did a good job at reading the defense. But it's just like I said, they left some points. I want to say they left about 14 points on that field. That's just me. If you guys disagree, let me know in the comment section. As always, guys, like and subscribe to the Frozen Pirate Podcast. I greatly appreciate it, man. It goes a long way. Trying to get into that algorithm, I'm doing the best I can to get as much people on the show, and we're building. We're slowly but surely, we are building, and I'm proud of what we're putting together here. But I'm also proud of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this week. Good job on defense. Can't say it enough. Yaya Diaby with a sack and a half, I believe. He shares that with Vita Vea. How honoring with Simeon Rice in attendance to be honored in the Buccaneers Ring of Honor. The defense came out and showed up. Forcing some turnovers. Let's take a look at one of these turnovers right now that we've seen to kind of start this game, actually, for the Buccaneers, to get them in good momentum.
Yeah, it looked like his arm may have gotten in there.
Maybe Logan Hall, who was kind of coming in.
That's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that. That's what you got to do. And that's what this team has to continue to do. They have to create turnovers on defense, and that's why, they didn't capitalize a lot. That's why I'm talking about the offense here. I'm not too happy with the offense because they just didn't capitalize on those turnovers. Again, they left, to me, in my opinion, they left 14 points on the board. Easily, in my opinion. On the good was, more turnovers. Here's another one.
Throw by Jacoby Brissett. It gets through clean. Deflected by Jamel Dean. Antoine Winfield there to clean it up. But we hit just.
Again, guys showing up. Antoine Winfield Jr. That's what we want. That's again, I can't, there's only so much I can say. This Buccaneer defense came to play, and that was the reason why we won this game. Hands down. Moving forward for this team, you just got to ride that momentum now. You got a victory. Yeah, it was against the Arizona Cardinals, but at least it's a W. And now going into next week, you have a little bit more confidence. The defense is playing better. For me, it's still going to be a tough task. And I get it. You guys may not think so, but it's still going to be tough for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With the Carolina Panthers winning against the Rams, they're not going away. This division's going to come down to the last week of the season. I've been saying that if you guys follow the show. I get it. I'm not glammy and glitzy like a lot of these other shows and stuff like that. I just give it to you how I see it. And what I see is the Buccaneers are going to have a little bit of a tricky time. They have to get that offense up and going. They have to get that offense up and going. They need to put more points on the board. You're not going to win a lot of postseason games putting up 20 points, especially if you're going up against teams like the Rams, the Seahawks, the Eagles, the Lions, if they get in, Look, I just want to see the offense get better. From what I've seen in this game with the defense looks very good. Now I just want to see this offense execute a little bit more. I want to see them run a little bit more. Let's see how many times they ran the football today. They ran the ball 27 times for 95 yards. That's good, but it's not good enough. Speaking of runs, let's take a look at Bucky Irvin's touchdown run to kind of crack this game open. This is where a lot of the momentum came from. I heard the fans, Buck. Man, he definitely deserves that, man. A lot of love for that guy. He on offense, he put this game away for us.
2nd and 5, it's Bucky Irving. Got a block. Towards the goal line. In for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Love that. Just love that with Bucky. Love that. Love to see that. Those are some of the good that I've seen from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense. And like I said, Godwin coming up big with those catches, man. Chris Godwin, 3 catches, 78 yards. Again, love seeing that from Chris. I loved seeing that from Chris. I really do. I love seeing that from Chris. That was huge by Chris Godwin. He had a really good game, Mecca. He dropped that catch. So did Chris. That was a big problem. So, technically the game should have been 27. Actually, they left 21 points on the board, just not scoring off turnovers. And also just Chris dropping that touchdown pass. He had a really good game. He was targeted 5 times, I believe. But he dropped that one in the end zone. You can't drop those. I'll give him a pass on that one because it's like I said, it's kind of his first game back. So Man, your edge rushers are garbage. You know, if I say that, I'm a bad guy. So I'm going to go ahead and say it. The defense played well. They created turnovers. But Hassan Reddick, from what I took out of that, is he's very good at pressuring the quarterback. Just getting there is a little tricky. But I'm not going to say they're garbage. Yaya Diaby, you put him alongside with an elite pass rusher, he's going to create some damage. Let's go back to a guy that they just honored today, Simeon Rice. Simeon Rice. Why was he so dominant for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? I want to know in the comment section. Why was Simeon Rice so dominant for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Anybody know? Our corners play too soft. We suck on rushing the passer. Look, the way I look at it was, Simeon Rice had Warren Sapp. Warren Sapp ate up a lot of those blockers, and he was very athletic when he came down to Tampa. But that's why I kept on saying in the offseason, I wouldn't mind if they went ahead and traded a guy like Rachaad White and some draft capital to go get an elite pass rusher. Would you rather save those picks? I want to know in the comment section. Would you rather save those picks or trade for a pass rusher, an elite pass rusher, give up Rachaad White, give up a couple of picks, and you're guaranteed a Super Bowl? Because that's what it's about. It's about winning a Super Bowl. Sometimes you just got to take a chance, and that's with anything you do in life. Didn't we have a coach in here that said, no risk it, no biscuit? Bruce Arians, my opinion, one of the best Buccaneer coaches of all time. I know you guys have Gruden up there. I think Bruce was better, in my opinion, just the way the offense complemented the defense, versus where the offense really couldn't get going with Gruden for a little while, and then he got rid of Sapp and Lynch in the same year, which to me was a no-no. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. But that's just me. And everybody said I was crazy. Oh, you can't. We got to value those picks. I understand you got to value those picks, but now you're sitting in the comment section. I'm not saying you said it, but people sit in the comment section like, well, pass rush sucks, da-da-da. But we got to hold on to draft picks. Look, if it's me and it's guaranteed a Super Bowl, we've seen it with the LA Rams. The LA Rams did it. They gambled some draft picks, and look, they got themselves a Super Bowl. And they're still going strong. We have a good front office, and we have a great GM. The reason why he's not the best GM is because he still doesn't really make those blockbuster trades. The Eagles, they make those trades. And I get it. Sometimes, you got to value those picks. But for me, this year, especially with Levante, maybe this is his last year, I'm going to try and put the best possible team on the field because I know this team can win a Super Bowl. But to what you said, our pass rush sucks. It's just inconsistent. It doesn't suck. We have the tools. It's just they're inconsistent. But on the bright side, Yaya Diaby got a sack and a half, and that's what matters. But I get what you're trying to say, man. I feel you. Like, our pass rush really isn't there. I'm not a big fan of it. I think they could do better. But as far as our pass rush goes, they didn't even give it to him. Yaya Diaby had a sack, and Vita Vea had a sack. Look, Antoine Winfield Jr. had an interception, and to have a very good, in my opinion, to have a good secondary, the pass rush has to get there, and we're not really seeing that with the Tampa Bay Bucs. But overall, the defense still played well, in my opinion. You got an interception, you got a fumble recovery, you got 2 sacks. It's just the offense. How come nobody's talking about the offense? When the Bucs got the ball back on both drives, how come they didn't turn that into points? There was a lot of times where the Buccaneers offense kind of stalled. They couldn't get nothing going. We saw a glimpse and highlights of all that. Guys, make sure you like and subscribe and smash that like button to this video. I think Port Richie Lou will be joining us, and that's always entertaining in itself, man. If you know Lou, you know how he is. I'm curious to hear his thoughts on this game. But, guys, keep commenting, man. Like I said, drop a like, share this video, like I said. And for those of you guys that are in here, I will take the time to show you guys. Hold on, trying to produce on the fly here. So that's the way it is sometimes. Sports Collectors Expo. I will be down there Thursday, and it starts Friday. And I'm really excited while I have you guys on here because I see a lot of you guys filing in right now. I'm going to take the time to show you guys Florida State Fairgrounds, Special Event Center, MLK entrance, 4800 U.S. Highway, 301 North Tampa, the Tampa Bay Sports Collectors Expo. A lot of great guests over there. I'm going to be interviewing Elijah Roberts. Dwight Smith from the 2002-2003 Tampa Bay Buccaneers Super Bowl team will be there. I hope I get a chance to interview him because there's some questions that I want to ask him as far as Dwight Smith goes. He had some interesting comments to say about the NFL. I think I'm going to ask him about those questions. About those answers, just because I'm kind of curious to see where his head's at because he seems to think he thinks it's like scripted but I'm going to go back and listen to that interview that he did, and I'm curious to see what he has to say. But it's Friday, December 5th, 6th, and 7th. On Friday, it's 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Elijah Roberts will be there, as far as I know. If you're a Rays fan, Jonathan Aranda is going to be there from 5 p.m. To 5:30. Elijah Roberts will be there at 6 p.m. to 6:30. So make sure you guys get there early so you can take pictures with him, get an autograph. He will be there. And then Saturday, December 6th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's going to be a fun time. That's when I believe Dwight Smith will be there. Let me check out because I'm on their website right now. Let's see. Give me a moment here, guys. Okay, Saturday's guests. All right, Saturday's guests. If you're a Rays fan, you're going to like this. B.J. Upton will be there from 10:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Carlos Pena will be there from 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Dante Culpepper, former Minnesota Vikings, Miami Dolphins quarterback, Dante Culpepper. If you know, you know. Back in the day, man, Madden, he was a quarterback that I traded for in my franchise. He will be there from 12 p.m. to 12:30 p.m. And then Dwight Smith from 11 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. I'm looking forward to interviewing Dwight Smith. I really am. I'm looking forward to that. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Let's take a look at Sunday's appearances. Bear with me, guys. Sunday's appearances, Sidney Musgrave and Otis Birdsong. I'm not a big basketball fan. Sorry, I kind of fell out of touch with the NBA, guys. That's just me. And I'll let you know why. But, yeah, guys, make sure it's at the Florida State Fairgrounds. $5 to get in. Make sure you get there early so you don't have an issue with parking. I'm not from the area. I'm sure parking won't be a problem if you just get there early, man. That's what I do. Anytime there's a big event, man, I make sure I get there early to park, find a good parking spot. Also, it's Friday, December 5th, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Elijah Roberts, I will be interviewing alongside with Daniel Morales of Fear the Bay. We're really looking forward to this. Shout out to our guy, DJ Ups. Appreciate you, man, a lot. Saturday, December 6th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Dwight Smith will be there. I'm going to ask him some hard-hitting questions about that. And then Sunday, December 7th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's going to be a fun time at the Florida State Fairgrounds. Yours truly will be there. So, yeah, guys, I'm excited. Let's get back to the comments. Let's get back to this game. I don't want to stray away from the comments too much. All right, let's see. Zachary. Yeah, I need to get some glasses. Zachary Jarvis, what's going on, man? Appreciate you, man. Make sure you smash the like button on this video. Hard Rock took a reception from Bucky, had him at 2.5, and then they took the catch away. He should have 3. Some BS, man. Don't even get into it with me with BS, man. I don't know if you guys remember. I think it was Bijan Robinson, rookie year, up against the Buccaneers. You ever get like a little bit of change left, and you're like, screw it. So in my FanDuel, I had I think $2 and some change in there. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna put together this monster parlay, and I went through each individual game, picked a statistic, a prop bet for each game. And on one of the bets I put in was Bijan Robinson over 2 catches, so 2.5, over 2 catches. He was averaging 2 catches a game. So I figured, they're going to throw the ball to Bijan a lot in the backfield against the Bucs. They never reported that he was sick. They said he had a little bit of an illness, and that was late. And then he went in. Mind you, on my son, I hit on every single, I think it was like a 21-leg parlay that I did. I hit on every single one. So here I am getting excited. I see Bijan Robinson out of the game. I'm like, what's going on? He went in there for one drive. Did not come back until the end of the game. I think it was like a $2 and some change bet. Could have won me like a little over $4,000. Yeah. And they said, I guess the NFL tried to come down on them, but I don't know what happened after that. But yeah, I feel your pain, man. That's a bunch of bullshit. Don't know. It's gambling, man. You take a chance. I mean, I've exhausted my luck with it. I don't really do it too much anymore. It's too much of a headache. JD Bass 36. Now, we don't have the natural talent versus elite teams. Every player is always wide open versus us, especially in the flats. Yeah, I mean, the Buccaneers do have a big problem with leaving the middle of the field wide open. I do see that. It could be 3rd and 22, 3rd and 36, and somehow the opposing team gets the 3rd down. But that's because there's nobody elite on that in that front 7, you know. That's what it just comes down to. If you had a guy like TJ Watt or a Max Crosby, one of those big-time guys, I don't think you'd have this problem with Yaya Diaby. And I'm not taking nothing away from Hassan Reddick. I'm not. I think Hassan Reddick's good, and he generates pressure. But, I mean, he's got, a sack and a half this year? So we'll see what happens. JD Bass also says we don't have the guy off the edge to scare teams. Not with slow-ass Greg Gaines, LOL. Listen, I'm not going to insult any player of the NFL. That's not my style. That's not what I do. Just because you take a look at some of these backups, and they'll take your head off. They're fast. Like, everybody in the NFL is good. You can't be bad playing in the NFL. It's a talent pool. It's a talent level, man. But some of these guys, even like these 3rd string, 4th string backup practice squad quarterbacks, you put them in a tackle football game with your average guys that don't play the game, going to make it rain all over the field, bud. JD Bass, shout out to him, man. Appreciate you, man. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Frozen Pirate podcast, man. Offense needs to play better and catch the ball. Use our tight ends, especially Culp. No team would really expect us to game plan using our actual tight ends as actual weapons. I agree. I talked about Culp a lot. I like his build. I like his physique. I think he's a guy that could do some damage. He just needs to get more reps. And I understand what the Buccaneers are doing. They're using these tight ends as more of a blocking tight ends because of, the injuries on the line, and I get it. You're trying to protect Baker, especially with that shoulder injury. But I'd like to see them utilize Culp a little bit more. I'd like to see them utilize Payne Durham. Cade Otton, I like Cade a lot, but we'll see what happens. We'll see if the Buccaneers re-sign him at the end of the year. Christopher Wallace, what's up, man? Make sure you come down to the fairgrounds, man. I got a surprise for you. He's the winner of the free jersey giveaway. I actually got a surprise for you, so make sure you come on down to the fairgrounds, man. I got something for you. That Carolina game really concerns me. Now, Dave Canales has that team playing hard for 4 quarters. Look, and I understand that. Dave Canales does have that team playing hard. He does. And what the Carolina Panthers are doing, I don't know why anybody's surprised. I really don't. I don't know why anybody's surprised, because I talked about this. I did say that the Carolina Panthers were a team that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had to look out for. When Canales went to the Panthers, look, it takes a little bit to figure out what you have as far as a team. Like, if you're a coach going in there, you're inheriting the last regime, the last draft class, the signings that the last regime made. Canales is not a bad coach. Is he inconsistent at times? Yeah, and it shows. A team reflects their coaching staff. I mean, but if you're the Patriots, you reflected Tom Brady's attitude. Sorry to say, it wasn't Bill Belichick. It was Tom Brady. Prove me wrong. The old saying goes, right? But a team definitely reflects their coach. And Dave Canales, remember when Dave Canales was with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? He was a little inconsistent at times. And you look at the Carolina Panthers, they're a little inconsistent at times. I like the way they're playing, though. He's got them guys ready to play. I mean, and believe it or not, that team is not too far away from having a really good team to where they're winning the division. They're a couple of pieces away. But this whole, we're going to beat the Panthers and we're going to win the division, let's pump the brakes on that, because everybody was talking about MVP with Baker Mayfield. Now all of a sudden I don't hear nothing about that. And it's the truth. You got to just take one game at a time, in my opinion. Do I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can beat the Carolina Panthers right now? If you're going to play offense like that, absolutely not. No way. Especially being a divisional game, you got to be perfect in that game against the Carolina Panthers, because it's a real chance. You can sit there and laugh at the Panthers all you want, but it's a real chance for them. It's a real chance for them. I want to take a look at the NFL standings as of right now. NFL playoff picture as of right now. See what they got. I doubt they probably updated it. But I just want to take a quick peek here. Let's take a look at what we got. Wow. Who would have thought? Shout out to Mr. Jamie Branda. Who would have thought the Chicago Bears, best team in the NFC? Unbelievable. 9-3. Best team in the NFC North. You got the Rams at 2, Eagles at 3, Buccaneers at 4. Those are your 4 seeds. Those are your respected division winners. And you have the Seahawks at 5. You have the Packers at 6. The Niners at 7. In the hunt right now is the Detroit Lions at 7-5. The Dallas Cowboys, who I said watch out for. I'm going to tell you guys right now, watch out for the Dallas Cowboys. I think they're going to make a playoff push. I really do. I think they are. I think they're going to make a playoff push. And then you got the Carolina Panthers now sitting at 7-6. I think the only thing that's going to screw the Cowboys, man, is that tie. But, you know, they're what? 1 game behind the Eagles? 2 games. Let's take a look at that real quick. See what the Eagles schedule looks like. I mean, Seahawks are good. The Packers, I don't know, man. Do the 49ers, do they have enough to hang on? Because like I said, if they lose this game, oh no, they didn't. Hold on, guys. Just bear with me here. So the Bucs, they have no room for error. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't say it's smooth sailing, because we're going to hit some choppy waters. The Carolina Panthers just defeated a team that, you know, we expected them to lose against, not me. So you can go back to the text message on my phone. Dino, Jamie, and myself all do our weekly picks. And I picked Carolina today. I thought they were going to upset the LA Rams, and they did, because this team's not going to die. So let's take a look at the rest of their schedule versus our schedule. I know we got the same. All right, so I know that their schedule is a little bit more trickier than ours coming up, but I mean, if you really look at it, the last team that they have to play that's actually worth a damn is the Seattle Seahawks and us. And so the upcoming schedule right now, I can't believe it, man. We're in December. Guys, we're in December. The season, it feels like it just started. And it's almost over. We got 4 games until the season ends. Insane. So they're at New Orleans next week. They're home against the Buccaneers. They're home against the Seahawks. If they win that game against the Seahawks, man, that's wow. And then they got the Buccaneers at home January 4th to be determined. Hopefully that's a primetime game, because if that's a divisional game to win the division, I want it to be on primetime. And a lot of people say, why would you want it on primetime? They're not very good on primetime. This team has to exercise some demons. You got to learn to win on primetime. The great teams do it. Simple as that. I'd like to see them exercise those demons. I like this whole stop making that a reality. Oh, they're going to lose because it's primetime. And I got to stop doing that too. Change the juju around here. But yeah, they got to, outside of the Seahawks and the Bucs, we got the Saints. They got the Saints. So let's take a look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and who we have left. So we have the Saints. Let's see. Saints, Falcons, that's a primetime game. Carolina, Miami, and Carolina. We'll see what happens, guys. I don't want to go down that road quite yet. I'm going to save some stuff for Wednesday. Just overall, it was a good game. It wasn't the best game, but it was a good game. It was what this team needed. Christopher Wallace says, for real, this season has gone by quick. It feels like we should be in week 7 in the league, but the Bucs have to be more sharper if they want to beat Carolina. Today was our first right game, and it was a fight. Yeah, you want those games. I agree, Chris. You want those games. That's what you want to see from this team. I just think that the offense has got to play better. It was a good game for Bucky Irvin. Looking forward, and I doubt he listens, but I have a little bit of a little something I want to say to Coach Grizzard. Keep doing what you're doing. I like the play call with Tristan Wirfs. That was a good call. I like that. That was a really good call. I can appreciate a call like that to throw it to Tristan Wirfs. Let me see if I can go ahead and play that for you.
Otten in motion. Look for Otten, not there. Goes the other direction, and it's Tristan Wirfs.
That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Moving forward, that's the type of play calls that I want to see. Pushing the ball downfield, too, to Chris. Chris is back. He's not 100%, but he looked pretty damn good today, if you ask me. And I think he's only going to get better from here. Got to go take some more reps with catching the football, though, because you can't drop those in the end zone. Should have been 27. Actually, it should have been in the 30s this game. But, he's back. It was a good showing by him, Bucky Irvin. But the one thing I want to tell Coach Grizzard, from what I see, let Baker continue doing what he's doing. And what I mean by that, what we saw today, let's improve on that and just let Baker Mayfield play his game, because this is the type of Baker Mayfield I want to see right here. This is the type of stuff I would like to see.
Mayfield, pressure comes. Able to get away. Mayfield on the run. First down and more, and a beeline to the sideline where he ducks out of bounds. He found Kate.
Let Baker Mayfield play his game, man. Overall, it was a good game, guys. Offense has got to do better. Ibuka, he needs to get a little bit better too. But we'll see what happens. We have some good news. McMillan, Mike, we'll talk about that this coming Wednesday. Wednesday, 8 p.m., the Frozen Pirate Podcast comes back live right here on YouTube, X, Instagram. Or we prefer to you guys to join us on YouTube so we can get into the algorithm and the viewership can go up and stuff like that. It's been a little tricky. It's been difficult. But like I said, join us on YouTube. Smash the like button for this video. Hit the like button. It goes a long way. And when stuff like that happens and I see viewership growing, we tend to give away stuff. Ask Nick Green, ask Christopher Wallace, all winners of jerseys. I'm going to hand Chris his jersey when I get down there this Thursday. So, like I said, guys, smash the like button. I appreciate it. Share this video. Join us every post-game show. We're on here every post-game show. I'll try my best to get some people on here. But join us for every post-game show, guys. Also, make sure you come on down to the Tampa Bay Sports Collectors Expo. It'll mean the world. Like I said, I'll be down there. Daniel will be down there representing Fear of the Bay. I'll be representing Frozen Pirate Podcast. We have some cool interviews we're going to be conducting. And most importantly, we're going to walk around. We want to see what's up with you guys, man. The viewers, the audience, see what's up with you guys. And see how everything's going with you guys, man. And one more time for you guys out there so you guys can check this out. Hold on, let me get this down. There it is. It's Tampa Bay Sports Collectors Expo. Hold on, let me get that out of there. All right. Florida State Fairgrounds is where it's at. $5 to get in. Friday, December 5th, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Elijah Roberts will be there. A few Rays players. So come on down Friday, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. If you can't make it, which I don't know why you can't because it's Friday. You probably don't have work Saturday. Come on out. Enjoy. And then Saturday, December 6th, it's all right. We got you. 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Dwight Smith. I'm going to see if I can get him for an interview, ask him some questions about that Super Bowl team in 2002, 2003. And then Sunday, December 7th, if you're a basketball fan, 10 a.m., 3 p.m., that's your time, man. That's when you want to come on down to the Tampa Bay Sports Collectors Expo. And, guys, you never know who's going to show up. You never know who's going to show up. If you guys would like, go look up the Sports Corner, and you can find all the access, everything, all the information on this. I will put this up tonight. Also for Sunday, there's a lot of cool stuff going on Sunday. A lot of cool stuff going on Saturday. You're not going to want to miss it. You can go to their website, the Sports Corner, get all the information over there. And like I said, man, I just can't wait for this, man. It's going to be nice to get away from the cold weather. We're actually expecting snow up here, which I'm not too thrilled about. I don't like the snow and I don't like the cold. But I'll be flying down there with you guys. I'll be down there for a little bit, enjoying the warm weather. Thank God. And just kind of unwinding and relaxing, man. Definitely need it. Body's a little beat up from work. We all need it. Plus, it's the holidays, man. Holidays are a stressful time, and, it's a lot of pressure, and it sucks. I get it, guys. But you just got to do your best to wake up every day, take a deep breath, and, just create your own reality. I see a lot of people out there with the mental health stuff, and everybody's sad and depressed and stuff like that, man. You just got to change your mindset. And in order to change your mindset, and I'm going to leave you guys with this, in order to change your mindset, you have to change your algorithm. Be careful of what you're consuming. That's a huge thing, too. With all that being said, guys, make sure you stay tuned. Make sure this Wednesday, 8 p.m., you jump on, hit the bell notifications. Make sure you subscribe to the Frozen Pirate podcast. We're going to be going live. Hopefully, I can have Jamie, and I'm gonna try and get the crew, everybody in here before I fly out, which will be a really cool show. Just before I leave, I would love to do that. Another comment here by Mr. Christopher Wallace. Great call in the Wolves play, and I love the exotic play calling and the deep shots to Godwin and Ibuka. It reminded me of Cohen's offense, and seeing Baker scrambling is the X factor for this offense. Yes, keeping drives alive. Absolutely. But yeah, guys, keep God first. Put God first in everything that you do, man. Like I said, just wake up with a positive mindset. Like me, I'm waking up, got to go to work tomorrow. It sucks, but you know what? 2 days closer to flying out to Tampa. That's the way I look at it, man. And just be grateful for what you got, man, because there's always somebody else out there that doesn't have what you have, man. And just think, a year, 2 years ago, where the things that you thought about, where you wanted to be, look at where you're at now, man. That's always a positive. And we can grow. We can grow. Just like this podcast is going to grow, you're going to grow too, man. And like I said, guys, if you want to reach out, Louis FPP on X. I'm very busy on there. Feel free to message me. I post throughout the game. Also on Instagram, the Frozen Pirate Podcast. That's going to go in a little bit of a different direction. I'm going to start creating content like cool videos, hype videos, and stuff like that. That's what I'm going to try and use that for. Because I got a lot of cool stuff in the works. And then Facebook as well. We're on there as well. Not too active on Facebook. I just kind of use it for marketplace. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm sure a lot of you guys out there do the same. But overall, your Tampa Bay Buccaneers still in first place in the division, which is a positive sign. The only downfall is the Panthers won. But the Bucs win 20-17, must-win game. Imagine if they would have lost this game. This would not be a fun time right now, but I'm satisfied with this victory. I'm okay with it, but as always, guys, I'm going to go watch the All-22 and see what they could have done better, because I do believe they left about 14 to 21 points out in that field, just off turnovers. Guys, I can't say it enough. Like and subscribe to the Frozen Pirate Podcast. As always, fire the cannons, go Bucs, and we will see you guys Wednesday, 8 p.m., right here, live on YouTube. Peace.